Okay, so this is going to be a pickup from my last video that was entitled The Eternal Word of God. So I'm just going to show you one number, and the number is 1116, and I'm going to show you how much it is actually interlaced in just a lot of different aspects with the Bible, with the value of God's name, even in the properties of the speed of light, because God is the light. So we're just going to start off. It's really hard to pick where to start on doing these things because it all just knits in together. We'll start off with this. Okay, so the word judgment appears 558 times in the King James Bible. The word Christ also appears 558 times in the Bible. When you take 558 plus 558, that is judgment and Christ, He is our judge, you get 1116. All right? It's also important to note that the King James Bible was completed in 1611, but you have to realize it still carries the properties of the same numerical value, just in different order, 1116. And this, to me, shows how much God truly is in control. He decides when something is finished. He decides when something starts. It's always been under His watchful eye this entire time. And I think that's what a lot of people fail to understand, is just how important and in control God really is. All right, so we're going to go to the meaning of 1116 in Strong's Concordance, which is nothing more than a way to label the alphanumeric order in which words fall into the Bible. 1116 means from a high place, as in the Most High God, on top of the mountain. There is no one above Him. He's from a high place. Some people call it heaven. All right. We're going to then go over to the gematria value of 1116, and it does in fact give you the four-letter name of God, YHVH. Something important that I want to note is down here, this phrase right here, Führer in seiner schönsten Form, which is German. It means Father in its most beautiful form, also equals 1116. So we can actually just take this right here, which is the four-letter name of God, YHVH, and it actually has pictorial graph meanings, the Hebrew characters do. This one means behold. This one means the nail. Behold the hand. Behold the nail. Behold the hand. And this actual name carries a value of 1116. So what would the Father in its most beautiful form be? You can take it from these four characters right here. This, right there, and then that. It's the form of a man. Now, this is going to be kind of hard to comprehend, but the Father in its most beautiful form, behold the nail, behold the hand, these same characters can be stacked up to create the image of a man. The number 6 represents the day that man was created. Man was created on the 6th day. And these three characters right there could actually also resemble three nails. So now we have man created on the 6th day and three nails for the crucifixion of Christ. Let's go over to where it says the speed of light. All right. The speed of light, miles per second, is 186,000. So I'm going to take my calculator here, and let's see, where's that at? Right here. And we're going to take 186,000 and that's per second. So we're going to multiply that by 60 seconds, because there's 60 seconds in a minute and there's 60 minutes in an hour, and the result still carries 1116. God is the light. The darkness cannot comprehend the light. But as you can see, no matter which way we look at it, God will always have his signature deeply knitted in that he creates. So we'll go over this again. 1116 means from a high place, Most High God, Christ being the Son of the Most High God. 1116 is the value of Jehovah, or YHVH, which is the four-letter name of Hebrew God. It also carries the value of the Father in its most beautiful form. The very name of the Lord can be stacked up to create the image of a man, which also equals 1116. And of course, the word Christ and the word judgment both appear in the Bible 558 times. Now, this is the King James Version Bible, which was completed in 1611. 558 plus 558 equals 1116. Now, we can take 1116 and split that apart to where it's 11 times 16. 11 times 16 equals 176. And it actually falls into the concordance of the word, what is it? Let me see it up here. It's hard to pronounce. Akatignostos, which means not to be condemned beyond reproach, not to be judged. It is unblameable and not to be condemned, which is in fact Christ, being that he is the judge and he has no blame because he is the spotless sacrificial lamb. And then, of course, he exists in the speed of light itself. So, with that being said, I think it's important to note that every single book in this Bible, every page, every word falls into an order in which it's supposed to be. And I've noticed that on YouTube a lot. There's one of the biggest themes is people say the word of God is corrupted. Well, a man's only as good as his word. And if you're saying that the word of God is corrupted, you're saying God is not good. This book is put into an order that was under the watchful eye of the Most High God. Everything is in its place to where it needs to be, and in its place it must go. And being that the Lord, who is mentioned in the Old Testament, this guy right here, you can actually find from the last book of the Old Testament, it is 1117, and down to the first book, which is the first page, but 1117 minus 1 is still 1116. So people, when you look at these videos of these so-called spiritual leaders, and they say things like, well, the Apostle Paul is a fake apostle, yada, 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 they're fooling you, and they're fooling themselves, because they have, in fact, fallen into a snare. They look for these things, they look for corruption in this book. And of course, you know, with the internet, you can look for corruption, and you're going to find an article that talks about it. That doesn't mean it's telling the truth. And like 99% of the people that claim they're spiritual teachers and leaders all say that something is corrupted in this book. And I don't find anything. But you take it upon yourselves to watch these videos, and you absorb what these people are saying to you like it's a truth. Now, they might tell you 99% truth, but there's still just that little bit of corruption that they're adding in there. And I'll show you something. All right. Let's say this glass of water represents truth, clean glass of water. And this coffee right here represents a lie. Watch what happens when they introduce that lie into their so-called truth. See, now you have contaminated water. Would you drink this crap? I wouldn't. So although they fall under the guise that they're telling you the truth, in actuality, they're lying to you. They're planting bad seeds, and you're drinking this corrupt water. And you have to ask yourself, what is this doing to your soul and your spirit? When you latch on to what they call truth, and in reality you're absorbing lies. So I'm going to give you some pointers. First and foremost, aliens don't exist. So when you hear that crap coming from someone's mouth, stay away from them. Anyone who tells you the God of the Old Testament is Satan, bullcrap. Stay away from them. Anyone that tells you that the Word of God is corrupted obviously doesn't know God, and they don't understand the truth and the light. The darkness comprehends the light not. People that tell you this book is corrupted right here, they're feeding you a line of bullcrap. Don't fall for it. So what's up with this number 1116, and what brought me to actually discover it? It just takes me back to the day of my birth, in which I was born, 1116.